So for this episode we're going to build a canal. The farms are all in good order. I have now got 6 modules, all being looked after by the one turtle just here. I've got a oak and spruce trees here. They're being looked after by the individual turtles. The sugarcane here is a purely manual farm, as is the sheep and cows, so these are just simply step in and sort them out as I need them. There's no redstone, no turtles, nothing involved in those. I've been doing a lot of trading with the village and have managed to, if I can just show you, I've managed to get myself a full set of armour. The mending is books that I have bought from the villagers, and the same with my tools. They've all got mending on them. That's about it for enchantments at the moment. There's 4 active turtles, and we're going over to the village to give them some supplies. So I've built this railway here. I've got some supplies to deal with the villagers. So you can see that this railway is running alongside the canal. If I can get it to go. Come on. So I'll be showing you that shortly as to how the canal is built automatically. So I'll just pause until we reach the end of the line here. So we've reached the end of the canal and railway at the edge of the village. I'll just show you what I've done with the village. I've completely enclosed it in a fence and used the turtle to dig an extra ditch around the edge of the fence here, just to give it a bit more protection against pillagers or whatever they're called that can come in. So this fence encircles the village entirely, so the only use was made here of the turtles was to dig this additional ditch all the way round. The village, I managed to find a group of villagers that were enclosed in a section of fence. They'd obviously made a little farm and got themselves trapped in, so I've expanded on that. So my method of getting into a village is to use a half block kind of airlock so that the villagers can't escape. And then I've built this kind of dormitory for them, and there they are, all laid out with all their trading blocks next to them. There's plenty of space for new villagers, and I keep storage here for, this has all come from the farm, this is all ready to be traded. Here were some emeralds somewhere. I must have taken them back. Anyway, so we can trade with the villagers at any time. So we'll now return back to starting to do the canal. Most of the villager farms that you see on YouTube is where you transport villagers with all great difficulty to somewhere else. So I thought, well, why not do it the opposite way around and actually make use of an existing village and farm the villagers within that existing village. So that's what I've done here. And while building all this, the turtles went down and dug 45 diamonds out of this mine down here. I won't bother to show you that because you've already seen what they do. So canals are the cheapest and fairly fast method of travelling long distances. So I've already started to build this one, and the turtles can do it all pretty much unattended. So I'll take it up to the end of the canal that I've built so far and show you how they work. Shouldn't be too much further. Okay, so we're now going to extend an existing canal. Just get out the boat there for a minute. So if you're going to start a new canal, it's important to, if I can just plonk that in there, it's important to have a source of water already, so you would build a little 2x2 water source, and that will be the beginning of your canal. So let's put the turtles into place. Doesn't matter which ones. Let's go for 04 and 05. So these work in pairs, so you put them next to each other facing the direction that you want the canal to go, and make sure that you've got a water source behind them of at least 2 blocks here, so that when they turn round and grab the water source from here, they don't deplete it, because you've only got 2 blocks, so you need to have that 2x2. But this is an existing canal, so they can get going on that one. So with this one, it's TK, and then it's canal, bridge and walkway, and then as we can see, we're on the left side of the canal here, so we would choose 5. This is, I haven't tested it on older versions of Minecraft, but I'm suspecting it won't work. But so at the moment I've got this little menu to say that we're on the type that doesn't delete the water, and that I want a continuous length, and that you're on the floor. And then I've got to put all the stuff in, so let's just do that. And then 2 water buckets. Now it'll ask for torches, but I don't want torches on this side, but I'm not going to hit enter just yet until I've got the other side all sorted out. So I'll pause for a moment, and we'll come back to that in a second. So both turtles have now been set up and ready to go. This one I'm not putting any torches in, so I'll hit the enter key, escape onto this one, enter key, escape, and they're now on their way to dig the canal. So the way these work is that they take a water source from behind them, move forward, dig the canal on, so one turtle deals with this side and one turtle deals with that side. They've been programmed to ignore each other so that they don't break each other if they happen to be next to themselves. So I'll just manually finish this off just to make that complete. Good, so we can now just follow them by boat, and as long as you stay within a relatively close distance, probably about maybe a couple of 100 blocks, so that they don't go out of the chunk loading, then they will just continue until you stop them. They've been fully charged with fuel, so theoretically they could move a fair number of blocks. So I'll pause at that point and come back when there's something interesting to see. So just to calculate how far the turtles can go, if you watch a cycle, so let's move forward, that's 1 unit of fuel, that's 2, it's moved up, 3, it's moved up, down, 4, 5, so each turtle uses 5 fuel units to move 1 block. So if they hold 100,000 fuel each, then you would actually theoretically be able to make your canal 20,000 blocks long. What will happen as the turtles progress, their inventories will become full. In fact, it's getting fairly close now, and then all the blocks that they dig that are excess will simply be dropped out into the water. So I've deliberately left coal and iron ore in there so that it makes sure that those are rescued every time that they dig it. And when blocks start to fall out if you're walking behind, or indeed if you're going behind in a boat, you'll be able to collect all of the debris there. So I've brought a bunch of chests with me so that I can, if I want to, save all the cobblestone and other materials that are found. I was hoping that we would come across a ravine or some other gap in the floor to show you how it builds the floor, or even if it comes over into air, or if it meets the ocean, it will then change so that the turtles will jump to the side and just go along in straight lines, just placing blocks underneath them. This one was given torches, so you can see that every 8 blocks it puts a torch up all automatically. So they've managed to burrow through the mountain there, and they're coming out the other side. They've just successfully crossed this very small hole in the ground by filling in the base as they were going. Now, what should happen if they reach water, I think they're going to pass by it. Yeah, when they reach water they should naturally go across it, but that's not going to happen this time, so we'll have to wait for that to come a bit later. So I'm just trying to calculate the speed at which they're breaking down these blocks. So I'll come up with a figure again shortly and report back on that one. So we're coming up for open water very shortly, so we should be able to see whether or not this works. It's coming along quite well so far. I've just emptied out the turtles' excess materials. They were dumping it all over the ground. Yeah, let's wait around and see how it behaves here. Okay, so we're getting close to the open water now. Let's see how this develops. Oh, it's just broken its friend here, so that's annoying. Yep, it's inside the thing. Okay, let's see if this one behaves as it's supposed to. Right, code has been adjusted. Fingers crossed. See if this will work. Just got to add a bit more cobblestone. There we go. Right, it should now come up out of the water. Yep, and continue along until it reaches the other side, dropping torches every so often if I'm lucky. Yep. Be interesting to see what happens when it reaches the end there. It'll probably go off in the wrong direction. It should go down next to its neighbour, but we shall see. Ooh, it's looking promising. Oh, nope, it's gone mad.